What's up, everybody? How you guys doing out there? It's been a little while since I've done one of these. Been busy with offline stuff not related to playing video games. And I'm tired. Oh, I'm tired. But anyway, um, finally back to talk about stuff. Don't really have all that much to talk about. Then again, I've tried to keep up with news and things, but that's why I hate when I don't get to do these at least like once a week. But anyway, here we are. Welcome to Brad's Bad Show About Games. I just butchered the intro, and I am not apparently doing this intro very well. but let's jump into things. We got Fortnite's Cosmic Summer. We're in the middle of that right now. And as you can see from this image, we got some new skins. Some beachy thummer. What is wrong with me? Ugh. Some beachy summer themed skins out now for some fan favorite characters. Ruby, of course, gets a new skin. I think Crystal's is Crystal the one with the purple pig hair, the purple pigtail glasses, sweaty skin. She gets a new summer theme. But the ones that I'm really interested in are Brutus, Jules, and Midas. Now, I think most people didn't like the original Brutus skin, but this one actually, the new Beach Brutus, or whatever he's called, I think it's Beach Brutus, actually is really good. He's still so jacked, but he's got like "I love my mom" tattoos all over him, like the old mom in the heart tattoo. He's got like 4 of them on him. And then one, I think, that just says like my mama's baby or something like that on his chest. So he's still this big jack dude. But it's a nice thing. I think it looks good. I might pick that one up. I'm not gonna get all of these, but one of the other ones that I want this I guess her name is Summer Jules or Beach Jules. I think it's Beach Jules because that was trending on Twitter actually. When the day that Beach Jules came out, it's been a week since this whole thing started, but Beach Jules actually trended on Twitter, which was hilarious to me. But I noticed there were some people were upset about her because it looks like they toned down her. They made her skin tone slightly lighter in some of the renders, but I think once you get in game, it's like you have to look really hard to notice it. But on the other hand, as well, like I know some people are like, oh, they whitewashed her. I'm like, I don't know if you really want to go that far with it. Plus, none of these characters variations, like these are all supposed to be like alternate versions of each of these characters. Like I know that's why there's 4 different versions of Batman are going to be in the game after the next few weeks. There's regular comic Batman. There's the Dark Knight Batman. There's Batman Zero from the Fortnite comic thing that's going on right now. And there's going to be Armored Batman, which is leading to some theories for me that I think I'm going to hold off on until the next comic book comes out because I read some spoilers for the final issue of Batman Cross Fortnite, and things get pretty interesting. But I won't talk about that just yet. But anyway, again, I don't really think that there's if they actually did like consciously like tone her skin tone down just a little bit, I think it was mostly to do with the fact that they changed her hair color to bright pink. And sometimes like certain colors go better with other colors, and sometimes it just looks better. But again, it's in game. I tried to, because I have the original Jules skin, I tried to like real fast put them together. I didn't buy this one yet, but if there is any difference, it's like super minor. Plus, it doesn't really make sense to me because I always got the impression that Jules was not really supposed to be like, well, I think people were saying maybe she's Latino or something like that, Latina. I don't know. A lot of people also say, oh, I thought she was white because Midas is like the palest character in the whole game. He really is. Midas is supposed to be her dad. So, I don't know. I look at it this way. All of these characters are alternate variations of each other. Like if you go look at the Beach Brutus skin, the original Brutus has tattoos on the back, like it has a big, like looks like a tribal tattoo that goes like from his neck up to like the back of his head. On Beach Brutus, that tattoo is not there. This clearly is an alternate version of Brutus. Maybe since he's lacking that tattoo, he doesn't have any head tattoos from what I could tell from the Beach Brutus. But these are clearly like they're the same character, but they're not. It's like an alternate reality version of Brutus where he's just on vacation. The same thing with like Midas and Jules here. Although Midas's appearance hasn't changed in much, but I get the feeling like Marigold is supposed to be like another version of Midas, because like the theory is that Marigold is his daughter. I don't believe that. I haven't seen any like I haven't seen anything about that. And considering that she dresses exactly almost like the original Midas did. She has the same golden touch powers, the same scar over the same eye. I think Marigold is just an alternate version of Midas, which goes through this whole multiverse thing again. So I don't think it's that big of a deal, to be honest. Plus, I mean, this is the third Jules skin. The second one, which came out during the last season, there was no change to her face whatsoever. Same hairstyle, same skin tone, nothing different. So this could be a Jules from a younger point in her life, or it could just simply be an alternate reality version of Jules where everybody's on the beach, having fun. I think it's just easier to do it that way because that's already part of Fortnite's lore. That's why some of these different variants of characters can show up. That's why, like, there's a throwback. That's why they did the trailer with the Reaper skin, which was supposed to be a knockoff John Wick skin, and they used that skin in the same trailer that they revealed the real John Wick skin. So, but I don't know. I still think it's a good-looking skin anyway. And, of course, the other one I want, Midas, of course. Once again, Midas is still hanging around here. He seems seemingly dead, although this is not really bonus because, to point things out, Beach Brutus is on the map right now, but the original Jules is on the map somewhere else. So not her, not Beach Jules, the OG Jules, if you want to call her that. That was from a year ago. But like I said, Midas is sticking around. There's dialogue in the game from Marigold where she says she can't believe that Midas would actually just disappear. And they seem to be hinting something. My guess is that Midas is a huge, they don't want you to forget about Midas. Like, they do not want you to forget about him. I think that by the time this chapter is over, he's going to be a major figure in some way. That either he was originally part of the Order, or he tried to take over the Order, or something like that. I think that's what we're going to find out. But again, that's sort of a theory. One more thing before we move on from the summer. This is apparently the firecracker skin right over to the right of Midas between that Crystal. I guess her name is Crystal. I'm probably wrong. By the way, before we move on to that skin, a little tidbit on this image here and from the trailer. Jules is giving Midas ice cream cones to eat on the beach. But because everything he touches turns to gold, he can't eat any of them, and so he's really annoyed. So I love stupid stuff like that, man. It's so funny. But and what I mean by stupid stuff, I mean it's silly. It's silly, but it makes sense, and it's supposed to make you laugh. It makes me laugh. So I love stuff like that. Anyway, the firecracker skin there, he's related to some of the challenges you can get for some of these Cosmic Summer rewards. I'm probably not going to get him, but he does have a victory emote, like Doctor Doom. When you use him, his throne raises up out of the ground. If you get a victory royale with this firecracker skin, I wish I could remember what his name is. But anyway, if you get a victory royale, use his emote, the fuse on his head starts to fizzle out, or it ignites, goes down, and he explodes. And he falls over dead. Headless. Very violent, but amusing. So yeah, this is some fun stuff. Like I like when they do stuff like this where they give us a chance to get free rewards that anybody can get. You don't have to buy anything, you just have to put in the time. My one criticism of it though is that all of these challenges have been in these LTMs and they're incredibly hard to do, some of them. Like there was one, the first week, the first set of challenges included like getting like 10 or 20 headshots in like the Zone Wars thing or Zone Fort or something. I can't remember what it was called. But because all of these LTMs are pretty much dominated by sweats, so unless you're really, really good, you're going to struggle to do these. So there are some workarounds where you can go in like through creative and then put in the actual creator code for that box, and you can go in with a buddy and do these, together. You don't have to play with randoms. I actually had to do that with my brother to get some of these challenges, but at least there is a workaround. So it still might take you a little bit of time to do it, but it's better than having to try to snipe sweats in these big box games. But that won't be the only thing I complain about. I got some more complaints coming. But today is I'm recording this the last day of June, which means that we get our new crew member skin, and it is going to be for July, Loki. So yes, a Marvel character is the crew skin this time, a collab skin, the second collab skin we've gotten for the crew members. Actually, I'm not that disappointed with this one because Loki will come with, the skin, a harvesting tool, his cape back bling, a loading screen, and a glider. So you get a good bit of stuff. It's a little bit less than we're used to in recent months because they've been going pretty hard with these subscription things now. And at least you get more stuff than you got with Green Arrow. So that's definitely Green Arrow, still the worst of the group packs. It's going to be hard to get worse than that. That was really bad. But, the more they give you with these things, the better off they just automatically are. So, and plus, looking at his in-game model, he looks really good. I don't really know much about Loki other than his, it's like Thor's brother or something. He's the, of course, the god of mischief or whatever. He's a prankster sort of deity. Don't really know much else about him. But hey, I'm cool with this. Looks good. Then, like, this was already teased a month ago when they brought in the Mecha Cuddle Master. You could clearly see his image in a shadow on the final teaser image of Mecha Cuddle Master. So cool that he's in there now. And I know some people will be upset with it because it is a collab skin. I don't mind it. I don't mind them doing collab skins as long as they actually give us stuff. The thing that made Green Arrow so bad was that you got the skin, the back bling, and the pickaxe, and that was it. I don't count the V-Bucks because you're always going to get that, but I'm talking about it as a cosmetic. It was a very, very bland cosmetic thing. You didn't get a glider. You didn't get a weapons wrap. You didn't get a loading screen. None of that stuff for Green Arrow. This, you at least get a little bit more, and that makes it feel more like an actual complete set instead of just a handful of pieces. So, I'm glad Loki's going to be in here. Next up, I am going to go into this to complain about the alien artifacts. I do not like having to do this. So as you know, if you've been playing in this season, in order to unlock all of the variants of the Chimera skin, you have to collect alien artifacts. Now, usually there are two ways to get these. They are placed every week. There are several of them placed around the map. They give you 4 at a time, I think. And that's fine. I don't mind going on collecting them. But the problem is that if you collect them, if the only ones you get are collecting them from the map, then you're not going to have enough to unlock everything. You have to go into duos, trios, or squads and open the cosmic chests to get the remaining ones. And that is a pain. I tried to do this with randoms in squads. The last 3 or 4 times I tried to do this to get the alien artifacts, the people I got matched with did not want to go open the chest. So that was annoying. Luckily, I got my brother in. He doesn't really play very often. He'll play with me every once in a while. So luckily, when he plays with me, he played with me the other day, and we got a couple of the artifacts. However, I can say that apparently one of the leakers from Twitter, said that they heard from somebody, or they discovered that it used to be thought that every week you'd get like a maximum of 15 alien artifacts that you could get from the cosmic chests, and that it resets every week. So if you only get 3, then the other 12 you miss. Apparently that's not true, according to one of the leakers' sources, or is there somebody that had told them. Apparently the alien artifacts in the chests actually stack. So if you miss if you only get 3 one week, you can keep those 12 that you missed will carry over into the next week. So as long as you just keep playing and getting them, you shouldn't miss any. And so that will actually be a very good thing, and that will save me a lot of the criticism of this, because it is hard to get people to cooperate with you and stuff sometimes. And at the very least, letting the artifacts from the chest stack means not that before the end of the season, you still have a chance to go back and see how many you need. If once all of the ones from the map are gone, you can then tally up how many you need to finish out the Chimera section, and then just keep playing until you get them all. So that'll help a lot of people with these, and it makes them not so bad, because I'd hate to realize halfway through the season that there's no way that I'm going to be able to finish all of this, and then it would just kill my drive to try to do it. So luckily, it looks like you'll have all season, as long as you make sure you get the ones that are placed on the map itself, just out in the open. Make sure you get those. And hopefully they do activate. There's supposed to be code for rare alien artifacts on the map that give you like 7 or 8 artifacts if you find it on the map. So hopefully those get implemented soon. But this is definitely good. Hopefully that is actually the case, and it's not somebody misreading something or whatever. So, because I really want to get all the Chimera stuff. I've decided, instead of going through and doing like all the 3 value ones at a time, and 4 or 5 or whatever, and going all the way up, I'm going to try to finish each row first. So all the different heads that you can give Chimera, I'm going to go collect all those first, then do the faces, then do the eye colors, and just do each row, because those are the ones that give you the most change. Because the very last row is just emblems on his armor, and I could do without those. So I would rather get the other more important stuff first, the more significant changes that you can give them. Anyway, that's that. Now some weird collab stuff that's going on. Of course, Sonic the Hedgehog's recent anniversary comes with the announcement that EA crossover for Minecraft is some sort of deal where you can play as Sonic in Minecraft. I don't know how this works. I have not spent hardly any time in Minecraft at all. I've booted it up just to sort of get a feel for it, and then never picked it back up again, because just for some reason I just can't really get into this game. But Sonic's in there. I don't know how that's going to work. I do really want to check out Minecraft. It was such a big, phenomena for a while. I'd like to at least see what people, enjoyed about it. But it's just a little interesting little thing here. Of course, everybody's going crazy for the big Sonic Orchestra thing that happened. I didn't see any of that, but the people I follow that watched it, they pretty much ate it up. It's pretty much like the greatest thing they'd ever seen. But you can't deny Sonic the Hedgehog. That franchise has great music. Lot of good music in that game. What we got next? This is kind of random. There's gonna be a crossover between Ninjala and Demon Slayer. Now, I don't really know much about Demon Slayer. I have not watched any of that anime. I don't watch shows anymore. I wish I did. I always put everything off. I want to try to focus on building this channel, and I just spend all my time building the channel. But I mean, I guess this is good for them. Ninjala hasn't been around that long that they're getting some good anime stuff. I mean, Demon Slayer is one of the most popular anime running right now. The film was actually, did it very, very well. So, this is big for Ninjala. I guess that means, I thought Ninjala kind of died out after it first came around. And as fun as it was to play, I didn't really see, a lot of reason to keep going back to it. But stuff like this could bring people in, make people stay. Generate some hype. Now, it is surprising to me that a game called Ninjala did not go for, say, a Naruto collab. The whole thing is about ninjas, so that's probably on the table, though. I'd imagine that's probably a collab they want to do. So I would expect a Naruto crossover. I mean, supposedly Epic was trying to get Naruto into Fortnite, so there apparently is a lot of interest floating around to have Naruto do some guest appearances in some of these games. So I guess we'll just have to wait and find out. And then last thing that I've got for you guys is just a quick, just to talk about a little bit about the Nintendo 64. Recently had I think it's its 25th anniversary. Let me check that before I make a fool out of myself, which isn't very hard for me to do. In 1996, yes, 25 years. That is a long, long time. But yeah, I remember this console. I remember it was a big, big deal when Mario 64 came out, and I can't remember what hotel it was, but there was a hotel I stayed at the time. Let's see, how old was I in 96? Give me a minute. Let me add up here. I think it was 8. Wow. I guess I'm sitting here trying to count up the years from my birth. I could have just said, okay, wait a minute. How old am I now minus 25 years? See, I'm stupid. Anyway, I was 8 years old when this console came out. That seems like nonsense. Anyway, I remember when Mario came out, there was a hotel I'd stayed at, and you could rent a N64 console, or I guess a controller or whatever it was, and game from the front desk of the hotel. And there was a channel on there specifically for playing Mario, because I remember you could change to that channel and it would loop through the intro of the game. It was either running a trailer and then it would run some of the intro stuff, but I just remember the big "It's me, Mario" from being on that channel, and you could watch it would play through random selections of the game. And it just looked like so much fun, and I remember the music, and I was always so happy to hear that music. That's why I use that now for whenever I do my live streams. It's my intro waiting theme. It's a classic piece of Nintendo music. But we used to rent games from this when that was big back in the day. Rented Mario 64, who knows how many times before we finally bought it. Rented Pokemon Puzzle League a few times, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Banjo-Kazooie. I mean, just countless games. Kirby 64, Yoshi, is it called Yoshi 64? But, wow, there's so many games, man. We rented Smash once and then accidentally sent the wrong game back, I think. We had to go get that straightened out. But I think the very first game for the N64 I actually had was was Pokemon Snap. That was a lot of fun at the time, man. That might have been the year. What year? We said 96? I gotta check something. Because I think I didn't get it till the next year. Because that was kind of how things worked for me. If a system came out in 96, then I probably got it Christmas 97. If I remember that right. No. That doesn't seem right. Because I specifically remember a Christmas where I got a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Silver for Christmas, as well as a Pokemon they had a Pokédex. I think it was for, I may be mixing my Christmases up. I think maybe that was the year. I thought it was I got Pokemon Gold and Silver, or I didn't get Gold, I get Silver. My brother got Gold, if I remember that right. I think I'm mixing my Christmases up, though. But one of the Christmases, I definitely remember I got Pokemon Silver and a Game Boy Color, and I spent most of that day playing Silver. I think the year I got Pokemon Snap was the year I got the little Pokédex thing that cataloged all the original 150 Pokemon. Mew wasn't even in it. So that's how old that thing was. But, a lot of fun playing Pokemon Snap. And then when Pokemon Stadium came out, that was like my favorite game in the world for a while, because I was really into the anime at the time. My introduction into the world of the Pokemon battling system, the Pokemon battle games, was Stadium. Not the Game Boy games. I shared my games. Me and my brother and my sister, we shared games, so there really wasn't a my game, it was our game. But we picked up, I think it was Pokemon Yellow, and then later we got Red. But the introduction to that was Stadium, and you could go in there, you could pick any of the Pokemon with a few exceptions. Like, you couldn't just rent Mew, although there was one round of battling in the cups that you could rent Mew. You could not rent Mewtwo at all. And we bought like the guide to Stadium, and it literally tells you in the guide that, because like the final boss of Pokemon Stadium is a 6-on-1 battle against Mewtwo, a very overpowered Mewtwo. And it tells you in the guide that one of the best strategies for beating Mewtwo is to go buy Pokemon Yellow, Blue, or Red and catch the Mewtwo in the game, and then bring him into Stadium to battle the in-game Mewtwo boss. So they're telling you right there, hey, if you want to beat this boss, go buy our other games. So that was some fun. No, Smash was great. That old commercial, if you've seen it, me and you and me, la la la. That where Pikachu and Donkey Kong and Mario and Yoshi are sort of just happily, strolling along, and suddenly Mario trips Yoshi and they start beating the crap out of each other. That's a great commercial. Hard to believe that was just sort of like a like a just a, it wasn't meant to be a big franchise at all. It was like wouldn't this be funny if we just had a bunch of Nintendo characters fight? And it wasn't even intended to be that at first. It was supposed to be just it was supposed to be an original game with original characters. And then I think it was like Sakurai was just like, what if we put some Nintendo characters in here and have them fight each other? And Nintendo didn't even want to do it at first because they had asked Nintendo, can we use your characters to test our game out? And they said no. And then the team was just like, oh well, we'll do it anyway. And then they pitched the game to Nintendo again using Nintendo's own characters after they had been told, no, don't use our characters. And then Nintendo was like, you know what? This actually looks like fun. Go ahead, make this game. We'll sell it. So it's funny how stuff like that works. What else did we have for the 64? Pokemon Puzzle League. I spent a lot of time on that game back in the day. Mario Tennis and Mario Golf. Those were fun games. I'm glad now that there are now Switch versions of those two games out, and they seem to be pretty popular, or at least in terms of they're fun. Like Mario Tennis Aces reminds me so much of the original Mario Tennis. Of course, it's got like the super stuff in there and all the evasive moves and all that stuff, but it feels like the same game. I have not played Mario Golf Super Star Rush or whatever it's called, Super Rush or whatever the name of it is. It looks fun though. Character designs in that game look great. Paper Mario. Oh, can't forget Paper Mario. Nobody's forgotten the original Paper Mario. What a great game. Rented that game too. Never bought it, but I do have the original one from the Virtual Console and the Wii U. So great game. I want to start a playthrough for Paper Mario too. What else was there? The Zelda games, of course. I fell in love with Ocarina of Time, one of my favorite games of all time, probably one of the best RPGs of all time. I guess it's RPG, I don't know. Majora's Mask, that one gave me headaches back in the day just because of the constant rewinding of time and everything, but still love that game. What else do we have there? Hey You Pikachu. Oh, that's a great game. Actually got a sequel in the form of Pokemon Channel, which is a wild game about watching TV. But I actually liked there's a charm to Hey You Pikachu. Very, very unique game. And I'm kind of sad that they didn't keep that going. At least we got a new Pokemon Snap finally. Maybe they'll bring back Hey You Pikachu. Don't the Switches have like built-in microphones or something where you can talk into them or some such? I don't know. The technology's much better today. You could make it work in a way that actually, you could still do a game like that. Although privacy concerns nowadays with online features probably discourages some people from wanting to get that kind of a game for their kids. But what else do we have? F-Zero. F-Zero is dead, but F-Zero X was a pretty fun game. We had a Rugrats game. It's like a board game where you go around and you collect stuff. There's only 3 levels you could play. What else did we have? Mario Kart 64, one of my favorite games from that thing. I love Mario Kart. Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. Had Banjo-Kazooie for the 64. Only rented the first game. But I've got Rare Replay now, so I can play both of them. What else? Star Wars Racer. I hated that game, bro. I never liked that game. Give me a minute to think what all we had. Both Pokemon Stadiums, of course. Love both of those games. I kind of wish they would do a new Pokemon Stadium, but the whole point of Stadium was to battle your Pokemon in 3D, and now that the games themselves are in 3D, the only thing I could think of would be to do like I don't know, you'd have to give people rewards for doing those. That's what I think. The mini games were all fun though. I don't know why they couldn't do something like that. Was that like with the Pokemon Poke Park or whatever it was called for the GameCube and the Wii? I think it was the Wii. You could do something like that. That could be fun. Duck Dodgers, starring Daffy Duck. That was a fun game. Oh, that was good. I'm going to play that at some point. I don't know when yet, but that was a fun game to play back then. Rented that a few times. What else did I have? I can pull up this list again. I went over this the last time. We were talking about stuff. Kirby 64, bought that. Rampage World Tour. I played that a few times. That was a fun game. I pretty much already got the ones, though, that it had. Mario Party. Strangely enough, you can only buy Mario Party 2 on the Wii U shop. You can't get 1 or 3. I don't know why that is. You can't buy the original Smash on the Wii U either, so that's strange too. I still think that Nintendo needs to do an N64 mini. The NES and SNES minis sold well. I think even the Sega Genesis mini thing that Sega put out sold well. The only one that didn't sell well was the PS1 mini, and that was because none of the iconic games, like there were so many iconic games that people associate with the PS1 that did not make the cut. It was like a lot of just stuff because Sony didn't own the rights to those. Couldn't have got them on there. There was no Spyro, I think. I think it had Final Fantasy VII. I think there was like 1 or 2 games that people were like, okay, these definitely needed to be there, but the rest of these are just like this is all we got. This is all we can legally put on this system, and it just kind of sucks. But the other consoles did well. And I know that a Nintendo 64 mini would sell well too, especially if they were, and I've talked about this before, if they could get the rights from, the permission from Microsoft to put Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie on an N64 mini, people would eat that up. So you imagine you've got a system that's got Mario 64, both of the Zelda 64s, Donkey Kong 64, which I have not played, but I think that was a pretty big deal. Mario Kart 64. I don't know what Pokemon game you could actually put on there besides Snap, but you could put that in there. Star Fox 64. Both Banjo-Kazooie games. Paper Mario. Wait, let me put it back up again. No, I lost it. F-Zero X. Put Mario Golf and Mario Tennis on there too. And the original Smash. You could do like they've been doing. Slow bleed some of these. Pull some of these obscure games. Put Mario Party 1 on, I'm thinking about the Nintendo Switch Online catalog. Put Mario, but that could apply the same way too. Do an N64 catalog on the Switch. Put in the big games right off the bat, or at least a few of them that people want. 10 games. Then slow bleed them. You could even do a joint announcement with Microsoft and Rare on the whatever anniversary of Banjo-Kazooie and say, hey, guess what? Banjo-Kazooie coming to the N64 catalog or included on the N64 mini. I still think those are good ideas that need to happen. I know they're probably not going to happen until they shut down the Wii U shop, because you could buy a lot of those N64 games there still for $10, which is insane that these games are that old and they're still charging that much for them. But people still buy them. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. There's no telling. I just wanted to talk about the N64 for a while. Great console. Not a giant library of games, and maybe some of these games did not age very well, but I think it left its mark. And it's a very important console, and it does have some really good games. Some of my favorite games of all time are on the 64. So, plus I'm old. But anyway. But that's all I got. Next time, maybe we'll have some stuff to talk about that Batman Fortnite crossover, as well as some other stuff I saw, in passing on Twitter. I just haven't had a lot of time to really take in a lot of news and stuff. But you know, who knows what's going, there's always something new coming out. So we just got to keep an eye out for things, and hope you guys are watching all my stuff. My channel is now at, I actually just hit 400 watched hours. Like, I'm on my way to monetization. Like, in the last 2 months alone, my channel has, like, all because of one video, really. Now I'm getting more views on certain videos, but that Deadpool Gangnam Style video has just, it's helped my channel so much, and I'm so glad that it has. I just hope people will watch my other stuff too, not just that one. But anyway, do go check out all my stuff. I hope you like it. Like my videos and comment on them for things that you want to see or something, because that will help me figure out what people want from the channel. I'm still gonna be doing the stuff that I want to do, but you can give me ideas. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.